Hi, my name is Irina. Welcome to my studio and a flip through. Yes, finally, it's finished. The journal that has been in making for 2 years. But for 2 years, actually, I had it in my drawer, only the upper parts, connected with the bow, because that's what I wanted to do. Um, this journal is kind of special to me because it's made from a pack of my dog's food who passed away a couple of years ago, and the corrugated cardboard is actually his food. So, I think all of the journals are special. At least when I make a journal, I put so much of myself into there, so I have a hard time selling them or giving them or whatever, leaving my house. They can't leave my house. However, it's done, and it's the first time I've ever made anything like that. It's, like I said, corrugated cardboard. What is it? About 5 by, you can't even say because it's layered. I never layered like this. 8, I would say. And it's a little, I think maybe I should make like a little more room in the spine, but then if I think about it, I don't want it to be too loose when you turn it. I think it's okay to be a little more here than here, right? So it's a little alligator, but they all are. My journals all are. All right, done talking too much, hopefully. So what did I do? Like I said, corrugated cardboard. I connected it with this a bow. I have videos on my channel. If you need to watch, they are all there, one by one. And then I connected it here, and it has 4 holes. Each page has 4 holes, and then the string goes through it. And I put one of my self-made beads, or 2 of them here. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah. So they hold it. And then this was supposed to be a closure, but I really liked it just to be a bow here. Then I took a stick from my hiking and I ripped a piece off here and I stuck it here, basically with some beads. And I have done some beads are sewn on it, some beads are glued on it. I have a couple feathers here. It's completely not like, I don't know how this happened. I don't do things like that. I am always in awe of people who can layer and use a lot of fabrics and trims and everything, and I'm just not that person, but I love it, and I think I did it. I did it somehow. I did it too. I put a little It's a Wonderful Life here, so here it's Her Wonderful Life, and I think she looks like a Josephine. Yeah, to me she does. She kind of looks a little French to me. And I put a little charm here which says made with love, and then the flower and layering, as you can tell. But it's corrugated cardboard, as you can tell as well. Okay, anything else? Don't think so. In the back, let me show you the back first, and then we get into it. This somebody sent to me, but it's a pocket now, so I can stick a letter from the bookmaker or my own letter in here if this book ever is gonna leave my house. And then here I have charms, just different, some bells, it just makes a little sound, and I love it. I love little sounds and everything and anything. And I did some crocheting on this, on the back page, and I just, I'm not a professional, I just learned it. So it was my second time crocheting, so, but it still looks pretty good, I think. All right, so as you can tell, it's connected here. So it will lay flat every time you open it up. I did stick with my rusty paper, not paper clip, it's a safety needle. I just stuck a couple fibers here and a little bow, and then I have one of my envelopes that I made. I tried to use stuff here, not make stuff or ephemera or anything extra for the journal, but try to use up what I have made before, because I always make a journal and then I make stuff extra, and things that I've made before, they keep piling up in my room, right? So this is when I learned it from many different creators. Everything I make is from many different creators, and some of them are my own. A little tag here, and I did put some bows here and there, and I like this. I think I've done it from a book of ideas, and I said, I believe, where I found it or where I have seen it. Little paper beads I made myself, just, I don't know. This journal just has everything and anything. Envelope as a journaling spot. I think this is amazing to use up to your junk mail envelopes. And then this one is another part of an envelope where you can write stuff down, and it has a little pocket where you can write more stuff, you know, and then you just close it up like this. Envelope goes in the back, and it's just about all the layering. Maybe I can show you this way. Can you see? This was what I wanted to do. I wanted to be able to see many layers, you know, everywhere. And I think I've done a good job. I didn't expect this from myself. So if I can do it, you can do it. I'm pretty sure you can. I just stuck stuff everywhere. And somehow it turned out to be something. I have a little writing spot here. It opens up, it opens up. It has some stuff inside and more stuff inside, you know, just little pockets with little, you know, if you write a journal, it's always interesting to write it on different pages and have like hidden messages and whatever. In my opinion, I like interactive journals, and I like to make interactive journals. Here I have like a ton of fibers. Some of it comes out, some of it stays in. And this was my very first doily I crocheted. So I put it on here as well. And just, excuse me, just more fibers on top and a little bow. And it's kind of a tuck spot here. So you can take this out. This is another thing I made. I have sewn beads on it. You know, just try different things. Try to use up more stuff of mine. I have been in a no-buy challenge for 1.5 years now, more than 1.5 years. I haven't bought new stuff, right? And I still have so much. So I'm trying to use up things. And this is just, it's cardstock underneath, so it can be like a tuck spot. And then on top, I just put fibers and a new beginning. And then this little bird here. And I also stuck one of my, I rusted a lot of stuff myself. So this is a safety pin that I have rusted. And I had a printable that said buttons, so I put buttons on top of it. It's a journaling spot, and I thought a dress would go well with that. So there we are. And then more layering here, so we can see something red as well, just a little bit of color. This is another envelope pocket with another journaling card, and I just put explore, dream, discover. I put some glossy accent on it, and if you put a really thin layer, it crackles, which I like. I don't know if you can tell, probably not, but it's crackled. So there's a couple of writing pages, I believe 2 of them, 2 packs of pages where you can just write stuff, you know. And then here I glued a few pages together. I've seen it somewhere else, and I believe in my video I said it. I don't remember anymore. And I like to put something on the ends of my threads, so I put some flowers here. And this is just made to look like there is a few layers, but basically you can only write here and here. Okay, another little, I don't know, snippet pocket with just pieces of fabric. I learned somewhere, I've seen somewhere, I've done it, and I love it. This is just is it a leaf? If it's from a flower? I don't think so. It's a petal, right? It's a petal from a rose that I have dried. I've made a little drawing myself, and this is another of the envelopes. So I stuck it in here, and you can write here. And I don't know, I'm liking this. I love this. I have never made one of those. I don't think I will make one of those anytime soon, or maybe I will just change and only do these. I don't know what's gonna be next. All right, there's another one right here. And this was a printable as well, and it's just, you know, I just wanted to do something with printables and not put them in as printables, if that makes sense. And this is a belly band on fabric. I've seen somewhere as well, and I filmed a video for my book of ideas, and if I know who it was, I definitely said it in my book of ideas, okay? So I don't remember things for too long. This is another one of the envelopes, and I made the paper just look a little bit old, right? So it's like, let me undo this. It's all supposed to stay where it is, because I have like, see the little bow on the other side, but okay, whatever. Here, I have just distressed it and folded it and whatever. It's also, I think it's my watercolor water that I put on top, just so it doesn't look white. You know, the dirty water that you actually pour out, I don't. And this says, focus on the good. And I put one of these finally. This was an idea for one of my idea books too. And I made a couple of them. And now I found a spot for it. You can write here as well. And then this I drew myself and it says, remember. I put lace and fabric, just, I don't know. I love it. I love it. I don't know how I did that. And when I look at it, I think, did I do that? I also put beads on my rusted paper clips. I rusted them myself as well. And then here, this is my own, oh my God, I forgot, embroidery. I embroidered the piece a long time ago, and it says, not all who wander are lost. And another one of the rusted safety pins. Sorry, it's kind of late, and with my fibro, I start forgetting words, especially in the morning or when it's late, when I'm tired. If I just woke up or if I have to go to bed. That's like the worst times for words. Okay, there's a little bow and just a couple pieces here of fabric. I stuck a couple girls everywhere. You can write in the back of them too, little messages. I feel like that's a cool thing. Another journaling card, and here, that's a pocket. You can put whatever in there, your other secret message. And I don't like things flopping around, so I like to put something to kind of keep them in place. I don't know, that's just a pet peeve of mine. I also use some bling, which I think is cool. I want to use more of my things where I think maybe they are not made for junk journaling, but I realized that I can still incorporate them, like the buttons. Before I started making junk journals, I was making pocket letters, and it's more colorful, you know, and kind of cutesy and whatever. But I think you can combine all of this. So, however, moving on. Lace again, another idea from my books of ideas, and I'm pretty sure I said again who it was from, but this is just decorative. This is just a flower that I have dried, and then here's another journaling card, which I put here, some more bling, beautiful. And this holds this, she holds this closed, because otherwise it's flip-flopping, right? Which I didn't like again. And it's a pocket, but I can close it, and then I push her in front and it holds it. Once again, I have stitched on it and just, you know, just put different things on top that I don't use anymore. You know, the like wood veneers, I'm not using anymore. I use them in my pocket letters. And, oh my God, I forgot the word. I can't remember the word. Breathe. But you know what it is, right? It's just out of my mind. It was just there and it left. And I'm not going to get upset. There is another of the rusty safety pins. And I just put another bell and like a hand on there. So just different things. More of my paper beads. This is not a paper bead. This is a different kind. But you know, just self-made beads. And then here's a little envelope that I stuck this inside so it doesn't flip-flop. And the word is sequence. There it is. My brain just spat it out when it was too late. Yeah, I want to use up my sequence. I have a ton of them, you know, from my pocket letter days. It says celebrate. And this I just made it different. I cut it here so we can use it as a pocket as well. And it's just a little key where you can write something, and a little clock where you can write something also. You know, it's not much space, but I figured I put celebrate on it because of the clock. You know, you have to take your time to celebrate little things. Like me right now celebrating that I have finished this journal. I'm incredibly happy. I can't believe I made it. And it might sound weird, but it's true. When I look at it, I can't believe that I made it. When I started out, I had nothing like that in my brain. I just started one by one, and I was adding stuff and adding stuff. So my message to you, if you're just starting out, or if you think you can't do something, it's just do it. One by one, things are just coming into your brain, which happened to me. There's another journaling spot. I could never imagine that I can make something like this, and I love it. Maybe it's not your style, maybe, you know, you're like, huh? But this is amazing. To me, it's amazing, especially that I made it. All right, become your best you. It's another pocket here, and once again, so it doesn't flip-flop, I put a pocket here. And this was an idea from my idea book too. So I love this. This is just a printable envelope, which I have altered. And then somebody sent me this tag, which I used here because I love it. And another lady in here. This one, no, this doesn't open up. It's just a pocket. And this one was sent to me as well. And I just, you know, folded the corner just to make it look a little different. But you can still write here, and you can write here, you know, or just put some memories in there. Some more sequins, as you can see. And I just, like I said, I've used a lot. This was a little mistake of mine, but I didn't know what to do anymore because I really like the girls. It says me and you stuck like glue. And, you know, and it goes, oh, I think, yep. Hold on. I did glue it down right where the, the sewing of my, right here. What is it called? Yeah. I forget. My brain will not tell me. But I was thinking they look like sisters or maybe best friends. And it was like me and you stuck like glue. I really loved this quote. And then I didn't realize that they had some fibers on top. So first I glued the little bow here. And now we have bow and fibers. Which it is what it is, right? There's another lady here. And I put a bicycle there. And there are some, you know, tickets and a dress. And then this one's opened up. Yeah, you can write on it. And this was just from the thing that was hanging here. And like I said, I like to put stuff on it. So I put some beads and a little bottle there. And then this one opens up. You can write here, here, wherever you want to, if you want to. Well, I don't know why I always say you, because it's here. And nobody is writing in it. But there is a lot of writing space. That's what I'm saying. And this goes here. And then she goes on top. Just like that. And that's it. That's the last page. Those are the charms here. And my little, I love it. I think it turned out so good. My crocheting the second time. And it's something so different. Because I have sewn, I have crocheted, I have done so many different things in this journal. And I've combined them all. And it still looks so good. So whenever you're done writing, you have to pull it apart a little bit. You have to bring it in shape, basically, because when you turn the pages, it comes out of shape. But it takes 5 seconds. You just have to stand it up and kind of pull the back. I don't know if that makes sense. Just the back. So the pages go where they belong. I don't know if that makes sense. So this is the only thing that I have noticed that is different from other journals. You don't have to do with other journals. It's also more movable, but it feels amazing. I want to hold it. I want to turn the pages. I want to look at it. I want to touch it. You know, it's all different. There is lace, there's beads, there is, you know, cardstock, and then some things are very soft, some things are rough, some things are hard, like plastic, and like it's so many different things to just touch and look at. I'm just in love. I am in love. If I was somebody who would write journals, that would be like my dream. I don't know. Every time I finish a journal, I think it's the best I've ever made. And next journal, it's the same thought. I think this is definitely the prettiest one I've ever made. You know? Because I'm in love. Look at her. Josephine. That's her name. Josephine. I never given my journals a name. But this one is Josephine. For sure. I don't know, she looks adorable, and it's a wonderful life. So there is that. My share, I have posted a video every Friday, and if you watched it from the beginning, I don't know if you are just as surprised as me that it took this turn and looks like that, because at the beginning I had no idea what I'm doing. I don't know if you are, but I'm very surprised. I'm very pleased, and I hope you like it as well. A little share. I think all of those things I've done on cam. So if you struggle and you think you can't do something, you can watch starting from the first video, and you don't need the supplies I have. I'm pretty sure most of us have little things like beads or a piece of wood or paper, because mostly everything is made out of paper. There is like nothing special. There's junk mail envelopes and paper that I coffee dyed, and then you can put the pictures of whatever on top. You can use magazines, or if you have pictures, if you have some buttons, put some buttons on there. If you have some beads, some safety pins, there is nothing here that is very expensive or special supply, or made with a special punch or a special dye or whatever. Most of it is just made out of fabric and basically paper, most of it. Or if you can, I'm not a professional. I learned this on YouTube, and it took me a couple days, to make a lot of different embroidery things, or like crocheting. It took me one video. And if you have some yarn and a needle, like a hook, I don't know if you call it crochet hook or needle, if not, I bought mine, I think, for $1 or $2. So, but you don't have to, just do whatever you have, use whatever you have, and just do it in your own way. I know I'm kind of blabbering, but I just really want to let you know that I didn't think I could do this, but it turned out. I don't know how to make sense. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but I want to encourage you to just do something. I never see myself as creative or an artist, or like, never. I think that I'm like a copycat or something, or I can't do stuff, but then it turns out like this. And for a moment there, I think we can all do it. However, stop talking now. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like the journal as much as I do, and maybe you got an idea or two, or maybe I encouraged you even to make one yourself. I hope you're all healthy and happy and having a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.